Welcome to Prepping for the Studio. If you're a musician or musical artist that wants to learn more about what goes on, how to prepare, or how to make the most out of your studio session, you're in the right place.
Prepping for the studio.
Hello, everybody. It's Roy from Prepping for the Studio. Surprise! Brian and I are not done. Episode 9 will not be the last episode. It's just me here today. Brian couldn't make it. But really, this episode is just to let you guys know that we will continue on with Prepping for the Studio. We've gotten a lot of good feedback. We can tell people are out there listening. Thank you very much for that. We want to keep it going. And we want to bring on some different perspectives and some guests that can offer some more things to you guys. So not only, continuing on with what we've already been talking about with some new perspectives, but also maybe filling in some gaps, some things that we don't know that much about. Like we talk about in the last episode, after mastering, well, it's time to release your music. That's not something I know a lot about, but maybe we can bring on some people to talk about, how you go about releasing your music and strategies and how you, make sure you're prepared for all that. Things like that could be part of the future of Prepping for the Studio. We hope to, provide some value, additional value to all you musicians out there who are trying to make it in this crazy music business. So, yeah, this is going to be a really short episode. It's really just a stay tuned kind of note here for everyone, because the plan is to come back in January of 2025 with episodes every month. So instead of bi-weekly, we'll go to monthly episodes with guests. Brian and I will still be here to chime in on any additional information we can think of about these things, but then we'll also be interviewing various experts in the field, including some musicians, I think, some people who have gone through this process of learning how this whole studio recording and working with audio professionals in studios works, and how, what they've learned along their journey. And I think it could be really informative to get the musician's perspective, as well as other recording engineers, mixers, producers, mastering engineers, and specialists in things like I talked about, release strategies, promotions, maybe sync licensing. I don't know. We're going to see. But I think we'll keep it to 10 episodes. So I would expect to have episodes starting in January, basically every month, but probably not in November and December, since those are kind of crazy months anyways with the holidays. We figured we'd take a couple months off. But yeah, thank you again for listening, and the feedback I have gotten from some of you has been great, and I really appreciate that. I would love to get more. You can email me info@rarefiedrecording.com, and you can also, of course, go to preppingforthestudio.com, download the ebook that this whole thing was kind of based on here, A Musician's Guide to the Recording Studio. It's free, and it is another spot where you can get access to this podcast and the music video that was done for the theme song that Ariel Levine did for us. I think we may have Ariel as a guest, in fact. Why not? But yeah, I'd love to get some reviews of the podcast. If you've been listening for these first 9, now 10 episodes, and you've been loving it, give us a review. Give us a 5-star review, please. If you're going to give us a 1-star review, just, don't even bother. But yeah, would love to get some reviews going for the podcast. I know you guys are out there. I've seen the stats. So thank you again. And Brian and I will be back in January of 2025 with guests, with more information, and we'll keep the party rolling. All right, take care. See ya. That's our show for today, folks. Thanks so much for listening to Prepping for the Studio. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen to your podcast from. And don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. Episode info and my ebook, A Musician's Guide to the Recording Studio, are available at preppingforthestudio.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out there. Prepping for the Studio was recorded and edited at Rarefied Recording by me, Roy Silverstein. Theme music written by myself and Ariel Levine. Performed and recorded by Ariel Levine. Many thanks to my co-host Brian Schubel and you. Best of luck to you and your musical endeavors. And remember, As Alexander Graham Bell once said, before anything else, preparation is the key to success. We'll see you next time.